Hi, parents. How are you today? Thanks for coming to get a parent tip or just try to be a better parent every day. One tip at a time is always a good thing. Today, I read a book called The Runaway Bunny to the kids, and it was a really cute book about how a mom is always going to be there for her bunny, and they have this great imagination. And I'll give you an example. The bunny says he's going to. Which one was my favorite? This one's cute. If you become a tree, then then I will become a little sailboat and I will sail away from you. And Mother said she will become the wind and blow you where I want you to go. And then there's the imaginative picture what's going on in their head and how special that is. But I basically told the students after the story that parents are always there for you, and that you should be good to your mom and dad because they are always there for you, and they feed you and clothe you and put a roof over your head. And so that's so special. And so I told them, I said, really work on making sure you love your mom and dad and show them that you love them and ask them if they need help and be respectful and kind. And I talk about that a little more slowly, of course. But one thing I want you guys to recognize is that we all come to parenting with a different background. And I really want you to think about that. My background is I have two parents that are married still. They were married in the household. I was the oldest child. And I was an only child until I was 5, and then I had a brother and sister that were 5 years and 7 years younger than me, and I was in charge. My parents worked. My dad worked until 9:30 at night for UPS. Thank you, UPS, for everything you gave us. And also my mom worked at Radionics until 5:30, and thank you, Radionics, for blessing our family with a lot of nice things. But they both worked very hard. And so I was a latchkey kid. I came home and I had to have the house clean for my parents. I had to make sure the kids and myself did our homework. I didn't have as much homework back then as I do now. But the background on parenting is that my parents had a heavy hand. They had a heavy bark, a scary bark. And I just always knew that they were in charge. And I had a spanking from my parents before, and I didn't like it. And I also just always wanted to please my parents, so that's just me. But that's my background. And but not everybody has the same background. So when you and your partner are raising a child together, you might want to talk about how you both were raised and what your parents were like, because you're going to do the things that you learned yourself in your own life. And you really don't want to have the negative behaviors. But then also really adjust your thinking and say, how do you want to treat your children? Or is it going to be the same as your parents? Is it going to be different? Do you want to communicate more with your children? Do you want to tell them you love them more? Do you want to hug your children more and touch them more to let them know that they're loved? These are things that it's important to think about, because how you parent your kids is what they're going to remember when they become the age where they start parenting. There are no parenting classes. There are some, and then we have to do things like this: read a book, watch a video. But you didn't have to get a license. I told you that at the very beginning of of these lessons, that you don't get a license to be a parent. Okay, you get a license to drive a car, and you get certifications for things, but you don't have anything that you have to have once you become a parent. And it's not an easy job. It's the hardest job you'll ever do. So make sure that you are parenting the way you want to parent. Love your kids with all your heart. If you notice you're grumpy, get away from being grumpy. What do you have to do to get away from being grumpy? maybe start being 2 or 3 steps ahead of your kids again and make sure that you recognize when they're bored, or you recognize when there's a brother and sister that are starting to get irritable with each other. And you just take them for a ride, or get them out of the house and take them for a walk and start talking about things you're grateful for. Because that type of behavior, you changing the negative things in your family, will really help you. Even if it's just a little thing like, making sure that you all take a half hour together right at about 5:30 when everyone's done with work. I know it's hard, but, or maybe making sure that you have great communication skills during dinner. Put all your phones down. Don't have any social media things going on. Don't have a TV on at least once or twice a week, and have conversations. What was your favorite part of the day? Or what did you learn today? Have a talk where everyone can take turns talking in your family, so that your kids know that their voice is very important. And that helps them learn how to listen well. It helps them learn how to speak properly and at the right time. And people don't cut each other off when there's turn taking happening at the dinner table. So really use that background knowledge of where you come from and where your partner comes from, your spouse or husband, wife, or parenting partner. Make sure you guys really know a lot about your background, because it will help. And then you can actually when you have that talk, go ahead and say, the things I would like to stay away from are blah, blah, blah. Maybe write it down. Things I really want to do well are blah, blah, blah. And things I love that my mom did are, and keep doing them. Have some traditions that you all did. I have a song that I sing to my kids. They're a little older now, so we only do it probably once a month now. But when they were little, I sang them a song every day, every night. It was part of our routine. I sang to both my kids every night, and it was a tradition. So I'm hoping that they remember that song when they have kids and they can sing it to their kids. Is that silly? But I felt like it was a very nice connection that I had with my kids, and I still do. Give your kids hugs, give them kisses, make them feel special. And really know your background as a kid, like what happened in your background, and then share it with your partner. The more you communicate with your partner, the better parenting you'll do together, okay? So have a great day. I haven't been able to keep it to 5 minutes. I enjoy talking to you so much. And I like to give you examples so that you understand what I'm talking about. So just know that everything I'm telling you is to help you. And just know I'm your biggest fan. You're a very, very good parent, and you just have to keep at it, because some days are harder than others. And then when you survive the hard days, give yourself a pat on the back, and then you get to wake up and do it all over again the next day, and hopefully it's a better day. So it's not easy to be a parent, but you got this. Have a great day. Choose the kind words, okay? Thanks for visiting. Come back anytime. Bye.